get to your top story, and that's disturbing news emerging from Saudi Arabia as now Saudi Arabia has decided to cut 80% of India's private Hajj quota, and that has now been abruptly cut. The ruling and the opposition parties have come together to voice their concerns after the reported cancellation of 52,000 Hajj slots by Saudi Arabia for Indian pilgrims, and has urged the central government as well as the Ministry of External Affairs to take up the matter. This sudden decision is causing a lot of distress, urging the Ministry of External Affairs to intervene by taking this matter up with the government in Saudi Arabia, urging the Prime Minister to intervene.
मैं तो गुजारिश करूंगा वज़ीर आज़म से, क्योंकि सऊदी अरेबिया इनके काफ़ी करीब है, कि उनसे गुजारिश करें। यह 52,000 लोगों का मसला है। वो सारी ज़िंदगी पैसा जमा करते हैं कि ये फरीज़ा पूरा कर सके। ज़िंदगी में हर एक मुसलमान को ये गर्ज है, उम्मीद है कि वहाँ के दीदार कर सके। अब वज़ीर आज़म और सऊदी अरेबिया तक है।
Ghazali joining us to get us more on this. Ghazali, it takes a lot of planning to be able to, take upon the Hajj pilgrimage and to be able to go there. And now this sudden decision that's come about by the Saudi Arabia government. Firstly, what's caused this? And, it's really putting a lot of stress as far as the pilgrims are concerned.
See, we need to understand that this quota of Hajj pilgrims for every country is fixed. We saw in January, Kiran Rijiju, the Ministry of Minority Affairs, who was there. He signed an agreement with the government of Saudi Arabia, the Ministry of Hajj and Umrah there, that how the number of pilgrims from India and their quota has been increased to more than 170,000. Now, out of those 170,000 of the total Indian pilgrims who have to go to for Hajj, for pilgrimage, some of them, or around 80% of the pilgrimage or the pilgrims, will be routed through the Hajj Committee of India, which is a government body, which is a government recognized body. Now, the rest of the 20% of the pilgrims have to go through the private Hajj operators or private organizers or the private groups who facilitate or who help the pilgrims reach Mecca and the other holy city of Medina to perform their Hajj there. But what has happened in the last 24 hours, that the Ministry of Minority Affairs in India has issued a circular informing those private Hajj operators that the government of Saudi Arabia and the Ministry of Hajj and Umrah over there has cancelled their registration. It is partly because of what you are picking up as per the reports, is that this is due to some payment dispute from the private Hajj operators there. And also, this is a recent development in the last 1 week. We have seen that how Saudi government is also curbing on getting the crowd over there to sort of minimize a stampede for the better crowd management. They are not issuing enough Umrah visas and different kind of tourist visas also for the people, because the Hajj season is about to commence. So this is one part of this is one of those measures they are taking for the crowd control management, but it's taking a toll on those pilgrims who had already paid their money to the private Hajj operators. Now they are in a limbo, and that is why you heard the leaders from Kashmir and as well as from Tamil Nadu, Chief Minister MK Stalin also raising it, and different leaders are now asking External Affairs Ministry as well as Prime Minister to intervene in the issue, as we know that the Prime Minister is also going to embark on a 2-day visit to Saudi Arabia later this month.
Right, when we talk about last year, the number of people that went from India to Saudi Arabia in 2024 was about 140,000, and that figure was supposed to go up this year. That is what we were expecting. Let's just also go across to Sam Daniel. Sam Daniel, of course, Omar Abdullah, Mehbooba Mufti, all asking for the MEA to interfere. Take us to the reaction coming in from MK Stalin on this.
Divya, Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has written to External Affairs Minister Jai Shankar asking him to engage with Saudi government to solve this issue. He says that cut in private Hajj quota in India has distressed large number of people, thousands of pilgrims, he says. There is no clarity exactly where the fault lies. But when we spoke to people who are in the know of this particular issue, they say they blame it on private operators. They say 92,000 passes or that kind of quota was given to them, but they failed to register or incorporate details online, because of which those who go through this private mode option, they are being hit in large numbers. But the larger picture, many would be unable to, in that sense, make their Hajj visit this time. It's in this context, Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has now urged Jai Shankar to engage with Saudi government and to make sure this issue is resolved soonest, Divya.